was true.
What's going on, guys? GMB back with another video. Shout out to all the new subscribers, man. I appreciate your support. Salute to all the grown men out there handling their motherfucking business. I hope you fellas are continuing to take care of yourselves spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Check this out, fellas. For you guys who have been subscribed to me for quite some time, you know that my favorite book is this: The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And this book is by Mark Manson. Now, I want to read an excerpt from this book before we dive into this topic. It says, everyone in their TV commercial wants you to believe that the key to a good life is a nicer job, a nicer car, or a prettier girlfriend, or a hot tub with an inflatable pool for the kids. The world is constantly telling you that the path to a better life is more, more, more. Buy more, own more, make more, fuck more, be more. You are constantly bombarded with messages to give a fuck about everything all the time. Give a fuck about a new TV. Give a fuck about having a better vacation than your coworkers. Give a fuck about buying that new lawn ornament. Give a fuck about having the right kind of selfie stick. Why? My guess, because giving a fuck about more stuff is good for business. And while there's nothing wrong with good business, the problem is that giving too many fucks is bad for your mental health. It causes you to become overly attached to the superficial and fake, to dedicate your life to chasing a mirage of happiness and satisfaction. The key to a good life is not giving a fuck about more. Is giving a fuck about less. Giving a fuck about only what is true and immediate and important. Now, that little part right there speaks volumes. Because I often tell people that you should only be concerned with what's in your control. Now, it's human nature for people to be selfish, for people to care about what's in their own best interests, you know? And so knowing that and accepting that fact, you can actually care less about what other people have going on. You can actually care less about having attachments to people and outcomes. And once you realize that, you know, people are simply out for themselves no matter what, and you accept it as the reality of life, then you tend to not levy expectations on people. Because the reality of life is that rarely does your expectations meet reality. And so if you continuously are focusing on your well-being, your life, your path, your vision, your purpose, you tend to care less about what other motherfuckers got going on. Case in point, okay? You'll notice when guys get into these relationships, and in the beginning, it's the honeymoon phase and everything is simply going perfectly. A bunch of delusion, a bunch of lies that you're telling yourself that this is the person. And you will start to find yourself being attached to an outcome of where this relationship may go. And then you start to fall in love. Notice you falling in something. You know what I mean? And once you start to get emotionally attached, you start levying these unrealistic expectations, you're creating your own misery. It's just the truth. So this is why I tell guys to continuously focus on yourself. If you are out here in the dating market or whatever the case may be, treat everyone the same. You can have, charisma and charm. You can have a good time. People being in your presence is actually a great experience. And naturally, they will want to come back for more. You have to understand, man, that when people say, and this is true, women are the gatekeepers to sex. Understand that men are normally the guys who are going to initiate sex. You say men are the gatekeepers to relationships and marriage. Understand that women determine when, they're ready for a relationship or a commitment. The world is like this, man. With social media and all this stuff, man, the top tier women, the beautiful, most beautiful women, those women have unlimited options. And so you stand out by being indifferent. You stand out more by being yourself. Anytime that you're not being yourself, it's going to show. Excuse me. Because you've become attached to the outcome. You are starting to levy expectations because deep down you don't have a whole lot of confidence. You think this is the most beautiful, baddest broad you're gonna get. And you're gonna start acting differently. You're gonna start behaving differently. I seen a quote where a guy was talking about the love of a good woman will expose fake alpha males. And it's true. You're not paying attention that the guy that she's attracted to is the guy that you were, perpetrating to be. And then she starts to lose attraction because you start doing a lot of goofy ass nonsense. Detach yourself from any expectation. Because what you can expect for certain is that she's going to do what she wants to do, regardless of whatever you have created in your mind of what it is. We live in a sexually liberated culture, man. You can go out on a date with a woman and she could seem like she's having a great time, and it actually could be the case. And you may not even hear from her ass for 3-4 days, 5 days, 2 weeks in some cases. And then here you go, over texting, over pursuing, over calling. Good morning, queen, grand rising queen, good morning, beautiful, all this old goofy ass nonsense. When in fact, if you are a true masculine man, you have too much shit going on. Now, normally, if a woman is really into you, contrary to popular belief, she's going to make it easy for you. She's going to want to be in your presence. She's going to be the one who initiates most of the interactions that you have. All that's left up to you is set up a date when y'all can kick it, and do y'all thing or whatever the case may be. That's the reality. I tell guys all the time, man, stop falling for the shit that you see on social media. Stop falling for what these women are saying that men are supposed to do and what they prefer in a man. Because it's all a bunch of fluff, man. None of that shit applies to reality. Saying they want a man, over 6 foot and, a man that makes a lot of money and all this stuff, but their history proves otherwise. They've probably never had a man like that. Some of them have, I don't know. But I know for the most part, for the people that I've seen, the things that I've researched, it's rarely the case. And so many guys get caught up in this fluff that they try to live up and measure up to these unrealistic expectations instead of just focusing on themselves. having something going on, not pretending like you have something going on, but actually have something going on. What is your financial situation? What is your physical condition? What is your mental condition? What are you doing to elevate your life to the next level? What are you doing to increase your value? Those things are important. And you can't give distractions the power of your attention. And a lot of the times, this is what happens when guys get over infatuated with women. They lose sight of their goals. It chips away at their ambitions. And the woman starts to lose more and more respect for you until she's out of the door. It chips away at your damn dignity and self-respect as she starts to get a little colder. She hits you with the hot and cold game because she's playing with you, she manipulating you. And you so damn stupid, you don't realize that you're put in a position to give more, more, and more. And you're not getting anything in return at that point because the respect isn't there. I don't give a damn how bad she is. I don't give a damn how good she look. I don't care nothing about this boss bitch persona. None of that shit. Everyone gets the same treatment until they've earned the place of me actually giving more. This is why I say less is more. You don't have to sit up and have these long, stupid ass conversations. Then you find yourself when she going cold on you, sending long ass text messages and shit, you know, hitting them with the subliminals and stuff. You're chasing. You know? And the more you chase, the more respect is being lost. You got to get to the point where you simply don't give a fuck about the outcome, man. Worry about the things that you're in control of. And the only thing that you really are in control of in this life is you. You are the architect of your destiny, man. I know a lot of people up here, man, they talking about this Will Smith crap. You know, they talking about Lori Harvey. Everything is about relationships and all this other stuff, man, and what women are doing, man. And listen, I don't give a fuck about what women are doing. I don't give a damn what women are saying. I don't. This is why you don't see me on these goofy ass podcasts going back and forth, because the reality of it, you can talk until you blue in the face. It makes good for content, I guess, for people who are not getting the desired results from the opposite sex. But at the end of the day, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn about your standards, your preferences. They don't give a damn about, you know, who hurt you or none of that stuff, man. You are the only person that's sitting up here holding on to this shit, and it makes you jaded. You know, the reality is you gotta be on your shit. It's a cold world out here, man. But you increase the prospects of getting the desired outcome when you're actually putting in the work. When you focus entirely everything that you have out of 24 hours a day, getting proper rest, working out, eating the right things, man. Taking care of yourself, your hygiene, you know, your face as you age, keep yourself groomed up. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself as a man. I've heard motherfuckers say, oh man, you're getting pedicures and getting your, you know, motherfuckers doing your nails and shit, man. That's a part of self-care. You're human. You understand what I'm saying? You don't run around this bitch like no dusty ass bum, dog. You know? That shit takes its toll on you over time. So there's nothing wrong with going to get a goddamn massage. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff, man. I don't know who tells these guys that, oh, that's feminine behavior. You know what's feminine behavior? Chasing behind a motherfucker that don't even know you exist. That could care less if you are breathing. Being in an emotional space behind something or a situation that you have no control over. You have to learn to let go of anything that you have an attachment to. You know? And understand that acceptance of reality is the key to life. Once you accept the fact that most people are going to do what's in their best interest, most people really only care about themselves and what you can contribute to them, because you will notice once the benefits run out, they will discard you as if you never existed. And you will waste valuable time being concerned about what went wrong, what did I do wrong, what what are they doing, and all this other bullshit, man. No, because I tell you, a lot of the times when you create your own heartbreak, you have to accept accountability. Why was this person put in a position to break your heart? Why was this person put in a position of power to ruin your life or put you in an emotional space for a long period of time? Let that shit go. That's it. Accept that this may just be short term. It just may be here for a good time, not a long time. Enjoy the ride. But once the ride is over, you get off that motherfucker and you go on to the next ride. Your life is a book. And there's several pages. And in these instances, in these relationships, and in these situationships, or whatever the case may be, whatever you have an attachment to, is just a chapter. And you got several other chapters that's still being written. Do you feel me? And that's all I wanted to say in this video, guys. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Click that notification bell at the bottom, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace. I'm out of here.